Gina's family is in big trouble. Yesterday, they went down the mountain to celebrate their son's birthday. They all left without anyone staying behind to watch the house. When they returned today, they found the gate to the sheep pen wide open. Of their 50 sheep, only a handful remained. Just as they walked up to the door, they saw goats everywhere in front of the shelter. Josen immediately sensed something was wrong. He ran to the gate of the sheep pen and found it open. Only then did he realize that all the sheep had run away. Gina was panicking too, but since she had to look after her son, she couldn't go look for the sheep. Josen and Adi reassured her, saying they'd go find the sheep right away. The two of them grabbed their gear and headed out. As they walked, they called out a specific chant, one the flock could understand. If the sheep were nearby, they'd respond. Gina was left to look after the few goats at home. Carrying her son on her back, she made her way to the back of the mountain. She picked out a low-growing tree and quickly chopped down a large bundle of branches. Since she was carrying her son, she couldn't carry a basket, so Gina had no choice but to hoist the branches onto her shoulders. These branches should be enough to feed the goats at home. Thinking of the sheep, Gina felt a pang of regret. She should have asked Adi to stay home and watch them. Losing even one sheep would mean a significant financial loss. If they lost too many, they'd go bankrupt. Adi and Josen were now walking along the mountain path, deep into the forest. This was the route they usually took when herding the sheep. If the flock came out to graze, they would most likely follow this same path. Along the way, they did indeed spot a few scattered sheep grazing by the roadside. These were clearly Josen's. The two continued on their way. As they walked, Josen pondered, perhaps because there wasn't enough feed in the pen, the flock had come out looking for food and ventured deep into the forest. But without a lead sheep to guide them, the goats were likely to scatter in all directions, and that could lead to them getting lost. At this thought, both men quickened their pace. To expand their search area, Josen and Adi decided to split up. They would search in two separate directions, and then meet up at a designated spot in the forest. Josen walked all the way to his neighbor Abu's house, but hadn't found many sheep. Exhausted and thirsty, he was panting heavily, yet he kept calling out to the flock. Before long, Josen arrived at their meeting point. Adi arrived right behind him. The two decided to take a short break first. Adi picked some berries in the woods and ate a little to regain his strength. He wanted to continue searching for the sheep with Josen, but Josen told him to take the sheep he'd found and drive them home first, while he would look for the rest himself. It was almost time for dinner, and the two hadn't returned yet. No matter how sad they were, they had to eat properly. Gina took out the leftover greens from home, washed them thoroughly, and chopped them into small pieces. They just had a big meal down the mountain yesterday, so today they'd have something light. She poured oil into the pan, added scallion segments and the greens, and stir-fried them until just tender. Then Gina added the cooked beans. Before long, the meal was ready. She and Adi sat on the ground eating, wondering when Josen would return.